Writes, what movie genre do you think is hardest to make a sequel on?
Probably drama. Dramatic stuff is tough to do sequels on. I mean, you can do sequels of anything, but I'm going to think of what would be the hardest from scratch to do a sequel from. Probably a drama of some kind. Actioneers and thrillers and things like that, those seem to lend themselves more to sequels, but maybe if I think about it, you guys can easily change my mind on this.
I would think the hardest sequel would be an amazing film like Fight Club. Would be the hardest thing to make a sequel to. Yeah, I agree. Sequels, the easiest sequels are, I think, in my mind, animated films. Like you can make a Frozen 2 like that.
Yeah.
It's like a daiquiri.
Superhero films.
Yeah, superhero films.
I disagree. I don't think it's as easy to make an animated sequel as you're saying, because Frozen, I love that movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, when it's based on original source material and you have books and everything, of course, I'm actually going to agree with you. I think that doing sequels to dramas are a lot harder than making another action thriller or even a comedy. I mean, look at where the. I mean, I think the drama is probably.
Who's
really
lining
hard.
up to see In the Garden of Good and Evil 2?
Yeah. Monster 2.
Horse Whisperer 2. Who's lining up for that? Not me. All right, what's next?
Zach Couch writes, question, which movie is better, Frozen or Lego?
Yes, somebody actually asked this yesterday too. No, somebody asked me that on Mailbag on the weekend. I said this, I adore both of these films, but these are also two very different types of movies. They both have different sets of strong suits. I am very slightly going to lean towards Lego just because I just found myself a little more overall entertained, but I adore Frozen, and I will never argue against anybody that would pick Frozen over Lego. Love them both. For me, it's Lego.
I wouldn't pick either. I mean, I think both are exceptionally well-made films, and I think that I've had this conversation many times with many people. I think art is very subjective, and I hate picking a favorite over one or the other. I think we can appreciate both. That's why I don't give a crap who wins in the Oscars. I care about the nominations. Ultimately, that's really what matters, is that you're nominated to the top. Who wins is politics and who shook enough hands and whatever.
Shep?
Well, I've only seen Lego. I still have not seen Frozen. Don't kill me. But yeah, I'm going to see Frozen, so I wouldn't be able to pick. So.
All right, what's next?
Patrick Monaghan writes, hey AMC, love the show. So do you think we will see a Simpsons movie too? Thanks and keep up the great work.
Yes, we will, but the Matt Groening and everything, they've already said they're not going to do it again while the show's still on. They said that just about killed them, trying to keep the show running and develop the film at the same time. They said it just about killed them, which is part of the reason why Seth MacFarlane has said he's probably going to wait until Family Guy has done its run before they do the movie of it. Although he may go back on that, but he said he heard about the experiences they had trying to do the show and the movie at the same time. So yes, it'll come. I have no doubt about that, but I also think it's not going to be tough after The Simpsons is done. What do you guys think?
I'll keep it quick. I agree with you.
I'm going to say that'll, 2048, when like Simpsons finishes its 50th season. I'm just like, that show is just never going to stop being a TV show, so you might as well forget about seeing a movie. That's what I'd say.
All right, let's take two more.
Okay, Chavez Poindexter writes, what has been going on with Adam Sandler? Has he just given up on making quality comedies?
Well, you know what the funny thing is? I'm one of the guys who I've started to get tired of Adam Sandler as comedy. But I also think everybody, including Adam Sandler himself, underestimate how freaking good he is in dramatic roles. He has actually really kind of blown my mind with a couple of his films, especially Reign Over Me. And I know not a lot of people saw that, but he did that with Don Cheadle, I believe, and just blew my socks off how good he was. I would love to see Sandler do some more dramatic stuff because, yeah, I've gotten fatigued is a very kind word for me right now about how I feel about his comedies recently, but I'd love to see him do more drama. What do you think?
I agree with you. He's a very good dramatic actor. I think that we're all underestimating the importance of having dumb comedies on airplanes. Because I'm not joking with you. I'm on planes a lot, right? And half the time I'm on, I see someone watching an Adam Sandler movie like Grown Ups or Grown Ups 2 or whatever it might be, and people are always laughing. And I think that while we sort of dismiss, like I'm not a fan of the recent Adam Sandler comedies, like all of you. However, a lot of people really like them. A lot of people that work, like they just want something simple and just, you know, dumb comedy. They appreciate it, and that's what he's making. That's who he's making these movies for. But yeah, I would like him to do other stuff. But by the way, I mean, I'll never knock Billy Madison or Happy Gilmore.
Oh, he's got some all-time classics.
Happy Gilmore is a work of genius.
Waterboy is still, I think, my favorite of his. He's got so many good ones.
I'm going to say, when I'm on a plane, I prefer to watch, like, Jerry Springer or Who's Your Daddy? I just constantly, like, I'm just like, just all the trash television that I don't watch in my normal life, when all of a sudden when I'm a god flying in a chariot above the sky, I watch trash television. That's not, but Adam Sandler, Punch Drunk Love came to mind when I thought of it. He's done a lot of, even, I think it was called Funny People.
Funny People. I didn't like Funny People
I
personally.
didn't like Funny People
I
either.
did. I liked it and didn't like it. I liked it, but it was so uneven. But ultimately, I said, you know, you should check it out. As if you're into comedy and do comedy, I think it definitely has some very good spots in it.
I have to say, just real quick on Funny People, there's parts of it I really like, but the thing that took away from it is he's supposed to be this really funny comedian, and he's never really funny in the movie. No. You know, that's just me, though.
All right, let's take our last question of the day.
Britt writes, if you were a Disney executive, which fairy tale or fantastical story would you make an animated movie?
I can't think of any that they haven't already done. Off the top, I can't think of any really popular. Like, is there maybe one of the Grimm stories they might? Another one of the Grimm stories they might? But I think they've got all the major ones covered. Can you guys think of anything off the top of your head?
I have something off the top of my head.
What's that?
The sequel to Tron. I need a third Tron movie, so hi Disney. I know we haven't talked in a while. You know how I feel about Tron Legacy, the missed opportunities, but it was still a really cool world. I'd really like you to reconsider and move forward with another Tron movie.
Maybe I could help back that up a little bit if you'd see this original Recognizer T-shirt. Maybe you can merge those two worlds in Tron 3 and like do a little back and forth. I think that would be
Frozen 2 meets Tron 3.
You know, Tron, that little animated series they did, Tron Revolution.
Was
you're right.
actually really good.
It was really actually pretty good.
It was really good.
It.
I smoked through that one weekend in Netflix, and I couldn't believe that I hadn't watched it. I was like, this is blowing my mind. It was so beautiful.
I think it was very expensive, and they've been very quiet about having more episodes. It's one of those things I think that's gone away. But I think the biggest problem, and this is you're gonna laugh at this, the reason why we got screwed with another Tron movie is Hollywood is all about merchandising, and the toys it came out with, and I was willing to buy everything for Tron Legacy. They were the worst toys I've ever seen in a store ever.
I'm not going to argue that they really did suck.
Really
The weird,
bad.
like, my face lights up. Like, what is this thing?
They were the worst, and I think that's one of the reasons we didn't get another movie, is that if the toys had sold, they would have moved forward immediately, because that's like, for example, Real Steel. The toys sold really well, and I know that they're still thinking about another Real Steel movie because of the merchandising, and we got screwed by having bad merchandising on Tron Legacy.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news, and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.